Hey there, I'm Darren Glasgow with HP's TheNextBench.com. I'm here with Stacy Wolf. We've already started using, say, NFC in the Spectre. Are there other technologies that are exciting you that you think bubbling around that are being discussed?
Well, I think as we start talking about some of the programs like hybrids, right, that will be emerging, where you have a laptop that's basically incorporating new technologies like 8-megapixel cameras, that really, starts to take your PC in another direction, meaning that a hybrid, it converts into basically a tablet that you can hold up and you can capture it and then bring it back into a PC mode. So technology, as we kind of merge and you start to see a blurring, if you will, of different form factors, it brings kind of new aspects to what you can do. The key thing for us is that we're seeing just a huge reduction in size of these products. Just the Z stack up is getting so thin. It really allows these products to be far more mobile than they've ever been in the past. And when you incorporate things like 8-megapixel cameras and flash and all these different things that allow you now to not just consume content but create. And I can now create it in many forms. I can create it in a tablet form. I can create it in a notebook form. These hybrids are going to be, I think, something that I think everybody that buys PCs is going to eventually go to.
So you think they'll have like their main machine in their house, and then this will kind of be more their thing they take with them around town?
No, this I think could easily be their main machine. I mean, I think we've seen just the mobility side of our lives just increase and increase, where the home has its place, but we find ourselves outside the home more and more. And so these hybrids allow us to kind of move in and out of those environments. The nice thing about what I think we've captured here is that it's a notebook first. And when you look at this product, I can use it within my home just as I would create content in any PC. But when I go out of the house or I go on a trip or something like that, I can take this thing and basically distill it down to the simplest piece, which is just a screen, and the processor's there, everything's there, and I can then consume as well as create content on the go. It just allows a lot more flexibility for users.
Very cool. I mean, what would you say is an upcoming trend that you're really, anticipating, looking forward to?
Well, we've been planning it for some time. Obviously, touch as a huge component of how we interact and we work with our PCs. I think from a material standpoint, we've been using metal in various ways for a number of years. We still sell at, I'd say, a huge volume compared to a lot of the other folks out there. And so when we pick a material, we have to be very mindful of the volume that we produce, and as well trying to be as green as we can too in our production. So we're trying to look at different coatings and different processes that really allow us to be right with the product.
How long have we been doing? I know we've been doing metal designs for some time now. I mean,
I think it's going on 3 years now that we've been doing a lot of metal encased. We've been doing it for many years before that, but really in the consumer segment, about 3 years, where we've taken kind of, I'd say, a very expensive material and brought it down to the masses, and really using metal to not just make it structurally sound, but bring metal as an adornment so that it basically really makes the product feel richer and more sophisticated.
Nice. All right, well, Stacey, thanks a lot for your time, man.
No problem.
And if you want more information, head over to thenextbench.com, where we'll look at all the new products that he's making.